So when you're hot, you're hot. You've nominated for most of the big awards in Australia.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's an absolute recognition from the IF Awards to the AFIs. It's that kind of recognition is really special. You make these films that you believe in and you're not sure if an audience actually will like it, and having all these sort of awards, being nominated for all these awards, I think is a vilification that the film's working.
Your life has changed enormously, I think. You must be getting a lot of interest from overseas now to make films there, are you?
Yeah, there is, but I'm Aboriginal. I've got my own stories to say. They're just as fantastic as anything that anybody else can send to us. So, I'll stick to what I know and what I believe in.
At the SPA conference today, Tony Jannane was decrying the lack of box office for Australian films. You've turned this around a bit with Samson and Delilah, but in general he said that the wrong films have been given subsidies in the past to a large extent. Do you think he's got a point?
I think Australian films are cultural maintenance. They shouldn't be about box office. If we all made Terminator 3 or Transformers, we wouldn't have an industry.
Baz Luhrmann today at SPA conference, Tony Jannane was decrying the lack of box office. He actually singled out you and George Miller
my fault.
As two of the
it's
people
my fault
that
as
delivered.
Well.
No.
What isn't I haven't done wrong?
No, you did it right. He singled out you as two of the people that delivered box office.
Right, yes.
And saying that was not up there as important enough that too much subsidy was going to films that people didn't like. So you're in the box seat at the moment. How do you feel about those comments?
I don't know what I think about that. I mean, the honest truth is that I don't think I would engage in it on that level. I mean, I think it's incredible that there's a film industry, finally a film industry, where you can have low-budget, edgy films. You've got Warwick with that magnificent work, good on you, Warwick, going for gold at the Oscars. You've got people, great masters, like when I think of Bruce Beresford, coming back to this country and making a popular film that is playing really well at the box office. You've got, fingers crossed, George coming to do something. I can't wait to see Peter Weir. I mean, we've got the industry we dreamed of. Let's not get too divisive about it, right? Of course, no one sets out to make a film and not sell tickets, actually. Even if it's an edgy, there's a particular audience for that, and they sell out to get that audience in.
Now, you're one behind Samson and Delilah right here. you guys do a bit...
Who's counting? Who's counting?
Look, Samson and Delilah is a wonderful film. I've always thought, when you're in the mix with great films, it's fantastic as a filmmaker. There's so many great films tonight that have been nominated. It's terrific to be part of that.
Definitely. Now, we've seen such a swath of Indigenous films tonight too. I mean, what's your take on this? Is Indigenous films really starting to come into the film sector this year?
Yeah, look, I think that, I'd have to say that the reconciliation that happened, when the Rudd government got in, was the beginning of opening the doors for, Australians to see stories that they might not have been aware of. And that's what I think is amazing about a film like Samson and Delilah, It takes you to a part of Australia people aren't familiar with. So, it's a particularly exciting film.
And on that, obviously, Balibo takes you to another part of the world and a story that's pretty much untold. I mean, what is it about this film you think has seen such acclaim and got it up here tonight for so many nominations?
Look, I think the story of East Timor, it's our closest neighbour, it's an hour from Darwin. So I think, most Australians are really curious about what happened in East Timor. And that curiosity, I think, led audiences to see that film, It's like, I've always loved films that do take you, they transport you somewhere you've never been. So, I mean, it certainly took us there, filming there was incredible. Actually going to East Timor and filming in Balibo was really amazing.
At the Inside Film Awards, you're not nominated tonight, so what exactly is your role here, Sam?
I said that, the way I started in Australian films, obviously, so I'm a big champion of it. I thought if I'm in town, I always like a good party, and that's what this is.
Yeah, basically, you're just here
much, mate.
for a drink, and some food, perhaps. Now, Avatar is out next month. It's this massive James Cameron epic. Sort of 3D CGI sort of action. But you're kind of half CGI in it, so you're not really all the time, mate.
It's 50-50. 50% of the movie I'm in a wheelchair, and 50% I'm 9 foot tall and running around a lush rainforest with Pandora. I've got to be honest with you. I was in a Glebe cafe getting a coffee, and this is no joke. I had no shoes on, And the only way I could hear Jim was to plug my ear in, and at the back they've got like an outback toilet in the cafe. So there I am standing in an outback toilet with no shoes on, with one of the biggest directors in the world telling me he wants to go to work with me. So as far as I'm concerned, it was a very surreal morning. And then you tell your mates and they think you're joking. And then and I said to him, mate, I can get over there, but I've got to fix the brakes on the car and help a mate move a fridge. And I think that's what he likes about me, that I'm down to earth, and as he said, that's my boy. So it was one of those mornings.